Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD Sports 4 coming to you today with my West Virginia football predictions for the 2019 college football season. Before I continue, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel. It will be greatly appreciated if you do that. I have a subscriber goal of 200 subscribers by August 24th, which I would like to hit. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Anyways, we'll go through the pros and cons, best case and worst case scenario, three toughest and three easiest games. Then we'll go through the schedule game by game. I'll tell you which games I have West Virginia winning and losing, give you a score for those games as well, give you a final record prediction and conference record prediction. So now the first pro, we'll start off with the pros. The first pro is Neal Brown. Neal Brown is the new head coach at West Virginia since Dana Holgorsen elected to go to Houston. I think that personally is a great hire. I really think he's going to do great wonders there at West Virginia. Second pro is the offense. This West Virginia offense, I know they have a new quarterback in Austin Kendall, but they still going to have a pretty good offense, especially under Neal Brown. He's an offensive-minded coach, so I really think this offense is still going to be good. I still think the offense is still going to be pretty good for West Virginia. The one con is the defense. I can't remember the last at least average defense West Virginia has had. So I mean it's gonna be bad again this year. So the defense is definitely a big time con for West Virginia. Now let's go through the best case and worst case scenario. Here's the schedule right here in front of you. Um, Best case scenario, 8-4. West Virginia, they are losing a lot of talent. And as a new coach, could struggle a little bit, but I do think that West Virginia still has a chance to go 8-4. Yes, you get Oklahoma on the road, but overall, outside of that, every game I think is winnable for West Virginia. So, but I do think you lose at least three others. So 8-4 as your best case scenario. Worst case scenario, 3-9. I think every game on the schedule is losable for West Virginia, but I think you guys find a way to at least win 3 out of these 12 games. But I think every game on the schedule, even the James Madison game, is losable. So definitely, definitely a schedule here that I think could not play well for West Virginia. But best case scenario, 8-4. Worst case scenario, 3-9. Three toughest games: Oklahoma, Texas, and Missouri. Oklahoma playoff team last year. Texas Big 12 was in the Big 12 championship last year. I know you went down there and beat them last year, but you're losing talent. Texas is gaining talent. And Missouri, I went with Missouri over Iowa State because it's on the road. So that's why I went ahead and went with Missouri as your third toughest game. Your three easiest games: James Madison, Kansas, and Texas Tech. James Madison, FCS opponent, but they win championships on the FCS level there at JMU. That's not going to be a give me. Kansas is on the road. You open up with Big 12 play with Kansas on the road, but Kansas to me is probably still your worst team in the Big 12. And then Texas Tech, you get them at home. I'm not very high on Texas Tech this year, so I picked them as your third easiest game. Let's go through this schedule now. I'll tell you which games I have West Virginia winning and losing. First game, James Madison at home. JMU, as I said, they win championships on the FCS level. That's not a give me. This game's going to be a lot closer than West Virginia wants it to be. But I'm going to give it to West Virginia. If it was maybe Kansas or somebody, I might pick JMU to win it. But give me West Virginia in this one. 38-28 West Virginia. Next game is at Missouri. If you already saw my Missouri football prediction video, you already know who I have in this one. Missouri is a team, in my opinion, they're going to have a pretty good offense. The defenses are going to be the key to this game, and I think the Missouri defense is better than the West Virginia defense, and that's why I am giving this to Missouri. Also, the game being in Missouri, give me Missouri by a touchdown here, 48-41, Missouri. Next game, NC State at home. These two teams were supposed to face each other last year, but due to the hurricane, they canceled last year's, and now they're just going to face each other this year. This game is going to be very close. NC State, if you already saw that football prediction video, you already know who I have in this one. And I do have West Virginia winning this one. West Virginia might be a bit of an underdog actually going into this one. People are kind of high on NC State. I don't know why, but West Virginia, I had them being NC State by a field goal, 41-38. West Virginia. And by the way, between the Missouri NC State game, no matter what, I think West Virginia goes 1-1 in those two games. So just to let you all know. But anyways, they kick off conference play with a road game on the road against Kansas. This game's going to be a bit closer than West Virginia wants it, but I'm giving it to West Virginia. West Virginia, I know that you lost talent this year, but they just have a bunch more talent than Kansas does. Give me West Virginia by 2 touchdowns, 42-28 West Virginia. Then you get your first bye week. Every team gets 2 bye weeks because of how they calendar aligns with the schedule. Coming off the bye week, you get Texas at home. This is your homecoming game as well. Last year, you went into Texas and beat them on a last-second touchdown. As I said at the beginning of the video, West Virginia loses talent and Texas gains talent. This is going to be a really good game to watch. If you already watched the Texas football prediction video, you already know who I have in this one. Very good game right here, but I think at the end, Texas finds a way to win this one. I think they win this one by touchdown. 38-31. Texas over West Virginia. Next game, Iowa State. This game's also a home game as well. Iowa State, if you already watched that football prediction video, you already know who I have. But personally, I think Iowa State they have a chance. They have a chance to win the Big 12. But overall, Iowa State last year they beat the brakes off West Virginia at home. This year the game's in Morgantown. I think it's going to be a back and forth fight. But at the end, I think the best defense in the Big 12 is Iowa State. I think they make a few plays in this game, and that's going to be the difference. It's going to be Iowa State by 6 points, 48-42, Iowa State. Next game at Oklahoma. If you already saw my Oklahoma football prediction video, you already know who I have in this one. Oklahoma is a team, very good offense, very bad defense. Just a lot more talent than West Virginia. The game is in Oklahoma. I'm going to give it to Oklahoma in this one. 66-40. I think it's a shootout, but Oklahoma pulls away in the second half. Then you get your second bye week. Coming off the bye week, Thursday night game on the road against Baylor, a team that you have really dominated the past few years. Last year, I think you beat them 59-10. We already did the Baylor football prediction video actually earlier today, so go check that out if you haven't already. But Baylor is a team, in my opinion. I think they're going to be a bit better than they were last year. But I know West Virginia is losing a lot of talent, but I had to go West Virginia here. Baylor is going to have to prove that they can hang with West Virginia before I pick Baylor in a prediction. So go ahead, give me West Virginia by 9 points, 37-28, West Virginia. Next game is Texas Tech at home. Texas Tech, I'm not high on them at all. I gave West Virginia the win. It's in Morgantown, 56-41. West Virginia. It'll be a shootout, but West Virginia pulls away in the fourth quarter. Next game at Kansas State. Kansas State is a team, in my opinion, they're not going to be that good, but they're still going to win a few games in the Big 12, in my opinion. I think this is going to be one of them. The game is in Kansas State and Manhattan, Kansas. Went back I already told you guys that Kansas State was going to win this one, but I did go back and forth with it. I have Kansas State winning this one by 8 points, 43-35, Kansas State. Next game is Oklahoma State. If you already watched the Oklahoma State football prediction video, you already know who I have in this one. Oklahoma State is a team that I personally think that they're going to be kind of good this year. I never wore out Mike Gundy. I know it's at home for West Virginia, but I gave it to Oklahoma State by a field goal. I think this game's a shootout, but give me Oklahoma State by a field goal, 55-52, Oklahoma State. Actually, excuse me. I have West Virginia winning this one. I read it wrong. My apologies. I have West Virginia actually being Oklahoma State 55-52. I read it wrong. My apologies. But yeah, everything I said about Oklahoma State is true, but I think West Virginia, the game being in Morgantown, I think is the difference. 55-52, West Virginia. My apologies. I have West Virginia being Oklahoma State 55-52. I absolutely misread that. I misread it with this final game here of the Friday game at TCU. TCU is a team, in my opinion, that is going to be kind of decent this year as well. They're going to be in the same boat as Oklahoma State. If you already watched the TCU football prediction video, you already know who I have in this one. And this one, I do have TCU being West Virginia. And I know I got it correct this time. I have TCU being West Virginia 44-34. I just think TCU is a bit better than West Virginia. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and go with TCU at home. Excuse me. That's why I'm going to go with TCU over West Virginia. So if we count up all the wins and losses, I have West Virginia going 6-6 with a 4-5 conference record. 6-6 with a 4-5 conference record. I mean, that's good enough to make a bowl game, obviously. If you're a West Virginia fan, you're maybe hoping for a little bit more. But I think with the talent West Virginia's losing, I think 6-6 is a good record. I've seen predictions 2-10 for West Virginia. Honestly, I did not see that happening for West Virginia. 6-6 with a 4-5 conference record. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. I always like hearing from y'all. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated if you do that. Thanks for watching the video, and this is McD the Beast signing off.